Welcome to Amplifying Leadership and Tip Thursday with Tara, your weekly dose of practical leadership tips and strategies you can apply immediately to your team and work. I am Tara Lehman, founder and CEO of Amplifying Leadership. Each week, I'll share insights and takeaways designed to help you build, enhance, or grow your leadership skills. It's actionable guidance you can use right away. Visit us anytime at amplifyingleadership.ca. What happens if one of your key people leaves tomorrow? Who steps in? And more importantly than that, are they ready to step in? And that's a question many leaders that I talk to don't really think about until suddenly they need to think about it. We spend a lot of time managing our day-to-day, managing our team's performance, getting the stuff done, getting those deadlines met, even dealing with the problems and questions of employees. But developing people who will carry the organization forward can easily get pushed aside. And normally with the same excuse, and we are all probably guilty of it, I don't have the time. Here's the problem. When I do talk to some of these leaders about employee development, I often hear things like, there's simply no time. Or maybe it's that the employee just isn't ready yet. Or we don't have anyone who could step into that role. That's a big one as well. The last one that comes up too frequently is we'll deal with that when the time actually comes. And that's a problem. Employee development takes time. You can't suddenly decide that you need a confident decision maker or a strong communicator or even someone to step into that manager role today and expect the person to be ready tomorrow or next week. Those capabilities are built over time. This happens through experience, through conversations and coaching, feedback, but giving them opportunities to try and even take some risks. And through leaders who are very intentional about developing people before you need them in that space or in that role. So I want you to think about everyone on your team a little differently. Not just, how well are they doing today in their current job when you do the performance review or looking at the past year, but what could this person be capable of 6 months from now or even 2 to 5 years from now? Maybe you recognize that someone does have some strong technical skills that you need, but maybe the confidence of speaking up isn't there. Or you recognize that someone is already informally leading others, but has never been given the opportunity maybe to develop those skills, those leadership skills. Those are development opportunities for you that you don't need to wait to develop. And you don't necessarily know all the answers just by looking at a performance review about what these people need. That's where conversation comes in. You need to know your people and what they actually want, what their strengths are, their gaps, even their interests. And you need a little bit of background about where your organization is going or where you hope it goes. That's where the development becomes intentional rather than, oh my gosh, Tara left, we now need a people leader. I'm not going to give you a formula today for creating an employee succession or development plan because really there isn't one formula that necessarily works for every organization because you're all different. The right approach really depends on your size, your business, your people, even your vision and the capabilities that are currently there. But I will leave you today with a few questions to ask. Who on your team could take on more responsibility if they had the right support? Then what skills are you going to need from your people in the next few years? Because you need to start developing them now. And one of the most important questions I'm going to leave you with is, are you developing those capabilities now? Or are you going to wait until you desperately need them and it takes a lot longer to develop? Employee development isn't just about, helping someone become better at their current job or looking at the past. It's about really building capability in your organization for what you will need coming up, what you're going to need for succession for that person who's going to retire. And if you're not sure what those gaps are or even how to start developing the people you have, that's something I can certainly help you work through. You don't need to have a whole plan figured out before you start, but you do need to start developing those employees. So if you'd like to talk through where your organization is now and where you want your people to be, You can visit us at amplifyingleadership.ca and book a consultation, and we can just have a conversation. That's your Tip Thursday with Tara for this week. If you'd like to talk through where your organization is now or where your people want to be, visit us at amplifyingleadership.ca and book a consultation. You can also check out all of our leadership services on our website. Remember, leadership is better when we do it together.